to this afterward and have some responses because I got nothing. Okay.
But I'll go.
Deanna?
I mean, she's relatively still disappointed, but I mean, it looks like she doesn't have a choice. This seems pretty off compared to what she wants to do.
Gotcha. Okay. So Gareth looks over to Estbern and says, "You know where the workshop is? The workshop of Toro."
Who?
Tordo. Tordo the inventor.
Tordo?
Yes.
Tordo? What the hell's
turtle.
Tordo been doing? Was he messing with the lightning again?
Tordo may be dead.
And Estbern, like, he drops this, like, sort of sardonic facade. Really?
We've sent.
Do you actually know what's going on?
We've sent
in
6
there?
people in, and there's nobody that's come out. We have no idea what's going on. That's why we're sending you guys in to check.
7 hells. All right, let's go.
So Estbern will be able to guide you to the cistern and the workshop in question.
Who are the troops that are coming with us?
We have some of my personal guards, and he kind of raps twice on the desk. And there's 3 people that come out, all with halberds, all in the same black and purple get up.
Is one of them the guy who escorted us here?
No, he's outside.
Joseph's not going to die today. Joseph lives. One of them.
Hashtag Joseph lives.
These guys don't get names because they're obviously red shirts. But
Hashtag bring back Joseph.
do they look like they're confident?
Yep. So
Dying.
Both 2 of them are men, 1 are women, 1 is a woman. All 3 of which are human. Yes.
One of them be named Bartholomew.
Sure.
He's particularly handsome, that
The
Bartholomew.
very handsome one of the 2 men is named Bartholomew.
That's fine.
Yes!
I was actually gonna open up my. You guys are awesome and ridiculous at the same time. I love it.
Aaron's losing it. Breathe, Aaron. Breathe.
Hold on, give me a moment. I'm gonna come up with 1 or 2 more names here.
I got you. Bartholomew, Matthias, and Hilga.
No, Hilda.
No, but I pronounce it with a G because that's how people from my town do. I don't know.
My town. My town. My town. All right.
Talking about
My town. Yeah, he got it. My town.
So,
Sorry.
I got you.
just real quick before we leave, Sparrow leans in to Samael and just goes, I think our new friend likes you.
Yeah, Estbern has this kind of like hungry look in his eyes.
Whoa.
I think our new friend.
Okay.
He wants to know. He wants
I
to
think
learn things.
I think our new friend really likes you.
I want to learn the touch of a man.
Nah, not that.
Oh,
He
tiefling.
wants to
I'm
learn
sorry.
the touch of a tiefling.
Oh man, touch of a
There it
tiefling.
is.
New /fic by Deanna and Erin.
I'm defining their relationship.
Oh boy.
I think he's going to be disappointed.
Deanna,
Sparrow.
Aaron, it is your job to come up with the /fiction for each episode. Just so you know.
Oh, we got this. We're all over this, right, Dina?
Yes.
All right, so
He wants.
I got it. So Estbern is like with a contraption, and then Sammy comes over and he's like, "What is that?" And he's that like, "It is a contraption for finding out who I love," and then it just glows red, and then sex.
oh man.
You know what's really sad? I've written fan fiction for 14 years, but I'm completely okay with this description.
Instant sex, great.
And sexy times. Insane.
sex.
Perfecto.
I mean, we did establish Fade the Plaques though, and sex.
Why the hell is there an ice cream truck driving through my apartment complex? This
No,
makes
no.
sense to me.
The question you should be asking is why aren't you out there getting ice cream from the ice cream truck that's driving through your apartment?
Because
I
I'm
am
fat
pretty
enough
sure
as it
the
is, I
same
don't
ice cream
need
truck
sugar.
drove through there 2 Tuesdays ago. Because I remember you
so.
mentioned it.
think so.
I don't understand why it's here, but it's kind of creeping me out.
All right, so you all get dismissed by Gareth. Malcolm stays behind to talk with
He's a bitch.
Tiefling senpai, notice me.
My goodness.
So Estbern, you take them through the main circle, over to the large, imposing, and very patchwork building known as the Cistern. And when I say patchwork, it looks about 8 different styles of architecture were all just slammed together in a massive, 6-story tall building. There is all kinds of crazy shit floating off of this thing. There's different types of barrels, there's cords, there's, rope and these, all types of shit just hanging off of it. It looks like somebody took a large pile of scrap metal and just, welded it to the side anywhere they could find room. Find room. Estbern, you know that Todor's workshop is on the bottom floor. The way that the Cistern works is think Leonardo da Vinci's study. All of the different shit that he had floating around at all times. The Renaissance man, he had paints, models, pictures, anything that he could get his hands on, he invented. Take that and multiply it by about 100 and place it in this building. This is directly next to the mural area that you guys were coming through earlier.
This is what, number 6? No, that's the grand auction.
4.
Okay, it's 4. Okay.
4. Yep, 4's up here. So you're looking at this area right here. So you guys loop around the side of the building, actually up to this 4 area here, and you see several guards floating nearby, all very, very worried looks on their faces. Are you? And one of them approaches and kind of salutes to Bartholomew. It says, "Sir, there's a." You know of the issue. Are these not the candidates? Are these the experts to help?
The victims.
Bartholomew nods and says, "These are the ones sent by Gareth." Yes. And he turns.
Experts has a better ring to it.
Bartholomew turns around again, very curt, very. You kind of tell that he's very well put together. He's very much the person in charge, and looks back to you and says, "Are you ready to go in?"
Does anyone have a map of the interior?
And there's
I know it.
Yeah, that's about the best you're going to get. Bartholomew, Mattia, and Hildy all kind of crack a smile. And he's like, "You haven't been inside one of these places before, have you?"
Obviously not.
No. It is totally at the whim of the inventor. There are, and you can, as you kind of look up the side of the building, you start to see basically what looks like separations. There's multiple doors on one side up the 6 stories, and they all look like, it almost looks like an apartment building.
How big is it? It's like 6 stories high then?
6 stories high, yep.
Okay. And how, I guess how long is it? Is it that shape, like the square shape?
The interior of this is kind of a courtyard area. But from what you saw of it passing the gates on the opposite sides here, you kind of peeked in, and it is just as filled with experiments as it looks like on the outside.
Have you guys, I say to the guards, have the guards tried entering from different entrances and it's all been the same result?
This is the only entrance.
There's doors all over the place, I thought.
There's
one entrance to this section.
This, and he
in.
kind of, there you go. He points up and says, "These are all basically separate workshops."
Okay, has anyone gone into other workshops?
I was in mine this morning.
Yep, there doesn't seem to be any.
So it's just this particular workshop.
It's just this particular workshop.
And how big would this workshop be?
Probably got a good 75 feet wide. You don't know how deep though.
Okay, but it's just 1 story.
Yeah.
Okay. So something's basically gone wrong in this one big factory room, basically.
Pretty much.
And the door is like there's no windows. The door is closed, I presume.
That's
How big's the door?
The door is fairly large. It's like almost like a freight door that slides open.
Can 2 people fit through at once?
Actually, probably about 6 could fit through at once.
Okay, so it's really big. Okay.
Yeah, it's a big door.
I'd like to. But everything seems fine from the outside, correct? Has anyone tried listening? Do they hear anything?
Make me perception checks.
All right.
Time to go to work.
Perception. God damn it.
Damn, Sammy Senpai.
Oh, God.
Damn,
Oh.
Estella Senpai.
And should be one more coming up. Alright, 16. Alright, so Sparrow, you and Estbern kind of lean in. Estbern, the only reason you kind of get higher than everybody else is because you have an idea of what to listen for. Todor is a known... what was it called? The contraption? That was it?
Animation.
No. Animation, yeah. He's an animation specialist. He's been doing it for probably about 10 years. So you know kind of what to listen for.
Yep.
Sparrow, you just have a finely tuned sense of hearing. You guys, you have no idea what to listen for. You put your ear up, you hear things, but you have no context. Sparrow, Estbern, you guys hear it's completely quiet. Except for every now and then you hear like tacking, like a mechanical keyboard on crack. And then it stops.
Estbern sighs.
Can Estbern identify it? Like, is it
Not
a
without
sound
going
now?
inside.
Okay.
I do know that this is one of the crazy people who are trying to bring life to steel and iron.
I glance up at him and
Like a
Is it-
mechanical golem?
should it be that quiet without the
Prob-
with just the single clacking like that?
Estbern points to his shoulder where the lizard-like mechanical thing is still curled up, and then turns and says, "No, it should likely not be that quiet."
What was the name of the guy who owned this workshop? Ogder Turtle. Turtle.
Tordor.
Todor.
Tordor. That's
Tordor.
it.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me type it.
Let's put it in the chat,
There you go.
so we'll never
One
forget
does not
it.
simply walk into Toldors.
There
Yes.
we go.
Todor.
Toldor.
And what did you know about him, Estbern? That he was trying to give life to mechanical...
So in the Artisans
Thought?
Guild, there's a few schools of thought. One of them is, we call it animation. It's people who devote their time trying to bend the magics of the world to animate objects. Like this lunk on my shoulder, and he points once again to the mechanical lizard. This is Ale. I named him that because I got shit-faced one time and woke up with him poking around. But this is the sort of thing.
Wait.
Yes,
You got drunk and woke up with that thing.
I did. It's a long story. I can tell you more about it later.
Is that one of
But-
Toldor's inventions?
No, this is one of mine.
Okay.
Really, the only one I've made that works. But this is the sort of thing that Toldor is known to make.
How big of a thing was he trying... Like, how big were these mechanical things he was creating? How big would the creatures be, do you think?
Well, they can vary in size from little homunculi, we call them, small creatures that basically skitter around and do nothing of note, to gigantic golems that serve as defenders or protectors or hard laborers. It's
How does-
really up in the air.
How does the door open?
It's a latch. Think of like a loft in New York where it has the gigantic sliding metal door, like
Okay.
a freight door.
Does it slide left or right?
It slides to the right.
Okay.
Don't know why it matters, but
Because raisins.
I mean, technically, it would matter for me because if it swung to the left, then I could stab inward through an opening in the door. But because it swings to the right, the only thing I have there is my shield in my left hand.
It slides.
Yeah, it slides. Yeah.
Basically, it slides into the wall.
Okay.
So, Estella, everything okay?
Mhm.
What you think about over there?
I'm sorry. I know I should be multitasking, but I'm trying to do something for work.
No, it's all right. Take your time. I just wanted to make sure that you didn't have anything you wanted to add to the scene.
No, I don't.
Okay, cool. Take your time.
Okay, so no one's heard anything.
There's really honestly one way to know what's
What's on the inside?
and that's to go in there.
All right, so I'm gonna draw my sword, arm my shield, and I'm gonna say, well, let's just open the door and see what we can see from having the door open.
Okay.
Am I going to
assuming
be stealthy in, or
it's
are we just gonna
daytime,
like
right?
jump right in?
It's
Well,
daytime right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and the interior, from what Estbern knows, the interior of the room, it's just one big open room. Like, it's not sectioned off into separate rooms, right?
You have no idea. It's been a while since you've been in Toldor Shop.
God
Yeah.
damn it, Estbern. Already failing.
What? I did my
You're
rotation
failing.
with.
You're failing your senpai.
That's a tiefling touch for you, friend.
Oh no! Oh man!
It's probably for the best.
Oh jeez! This is
Okay,
great.
so I say,
I feel
well, let's
like
try this.
it's never going to get old.
Let's just slide the door open, leave it fully open, and see what we can see from the exterior of the shop. Because as far as we know, no one's disappeared from being outside. So it's when they go in that whatever happens to them happens.
Stands to reason.
Do you
Does
want
that
me to sneak
sound
in?
good with everyone?
I kind of glance up at Samael. Do you want me to sneak in there first, since I can be really stealthy and have the least chance of being seen?
I'm not that worried about it. I'd rather, before we risk someone going in, I'd rather see what we can see from the outside without risking someone going in.
Alright. By the way, you need to learn how to be stealthy. Your stealth sucks.
Yeah, I'm a bit loud. Hard to be stealthy when
Noticed.
you're wearing armor that weighs more than probably you do.
You could probably learn.
All right.
Perhaps you can give me lessons sometime, Sparrow.
Cave.
So
I might
let's-
do that.
Let's slide open the door, and what do we make, like perception checks, I guess?
Yeah.
See what we
Everybody
can
make
see.
me reflex saves.
Yeah.
Crap.
Don't I have
Okay.
advantage
dexterity.
on that?
You would most likely.
Wait, so it's a
It-
dex
it-
thing?
No,
Yeah, it's a
well,
save.
Okay.
it's technically an acrobatic reflex save, right? So technically, can I have like a advantage on that?
No,
There
because it's
is-
not a skill check. It's a straight dexterity save.
Oh, so you just want a straight dex save.
Dexterity.
I am gonna die. It's gonna be great. I have a backup in mind already.
Oh my god, I'm not much better, Estbern.
I got this, guys. Me
Okay.
and Estella got this.
So Estella, Sparrow, you both are ready. Estella, you have your whip uncoiled, ready to go. Sparrow, you got your daggers out. You're ready for whatever comes. As soon as the door flings open and click in place, Estbern and Samael, you both jump at the sound of the door clicking in place.
Okay.
And
Is that all that happens?
That's all that happens. You
Well-
kind of pause for a moment, peering into the darkness. Everybody's
what
on
can we
edge.
see of the interior of the room from where we're at?
From the light that is kind of coaxing into the room, you see kind of mobile desks everywhere, almost like tool chests. Just piles of materials everywhere. Like, the dude has no particular type of organization, but it is very, very dark in there. Sparrow and Samael, you both would see a bit further into it, but the distinct crossover from day into darkness, even with dark vision, still fucks with you. So you can't see as far as you normally would. But what you do see is exactly the same. Just desks piled with materials, various pieces of paper, unfinished, like, small constructs. At one point you see what looks like half of a body. It's just the ribs down. But it's...
Oh, that's pleasant.
It's made of metal.
Okay.
It's...
Do we see any actual, like, human bodies?
Make me a perception check. Because this is just the general overview. If you want to look for something specific, you gotta make me
Yeah.
roll.
Okay.
I don't see shit.
I don't see much more.
Alright.
Ooh, there we go.
There we go. Alright, so Estella, we'll go with Estbern first. Estbern, you do notice that the red that's on the floor is very off for the paint that he likes to use. And looking at it a bit more, you start to focus on it, because I'm pretty sure that you haven't even gotten into a fight, let alone, like, hurt somebody.
No, he hasn't hurt anybody.
Okay. So it would be a bit of a shock as you start to realize that this may be blood.
Shit.
Estella, you notice several places in there. You can just barely see the trace of it on the floors. And the one that's directly in the middle of the shop that is almost just barely perceptible at the moment seems to have streaks that lead off to the back of the shop.
I will silently gesture to that area and then mime out. It looks like someone got dragged that way.
The three soldiers behind you, you can hear Bartholomew's leather gloves tighten around his halberd. Hildy releases a slight gasp, and Mattia sighs and kind of, again, it feels like he's getting aggressive, like he wants to leap in and figure out what's going on. But you don't hear anything.
Do we see? It's just an open room. There's no, like, walls or sections.
Nope.
Okay.
There are
I'm gonna
large
start-
piles of materials that have created kind of a section system, but not so much an official, like, barrier.
But how
I'm
high
gonna
are they
start
stacked?
creeping.
Like, could we
I'm
see
gonna
over them?
start.
Hold on, what's up, Erin?
I was gonna say I want to start creeping in.
Okay. You want to make me a stealth check, please? And then what'd you say, Jake? Oh, I'm sorry, Matt. Sorry, I saw the border.
Yeah. How high are the materials stacked? Like, can we see over them?
You cannot. No, it's higher than you are, but
Okay.
not by much.
All right. Well, I guess we have to move in then. Do we have torches? Does anyone have torches on them?
I've already started creeping in, so I don't really pay attention to whatever's going on behind me.
Yeah. They'll need torches. I mean, I can go in as is, but
Would you guys like torches?
I don't know if we necessarily need torches.
Okay.
I say to my human friends. Because I feel like if you guys are going in first, you'll see what's happening before we do, and you'll make some sort of noise, and we'll know to run.
it's good to know you're behind me.
Not keeping in mind that something could come up behind you where we're not paying attention and could totally just, maul you from
Well,
behind.
we have the 3 guards behind us, so we'll kind of do a perimeter.
Yeah, we'll go in that order. So I'll go first. I guess Estella and Estbern behind me, and then the 3 guards behind them.
You don't... Are we just visualizing this? You don't have, like, a map
For the
set
moment.
up?
For the moment.
Okay.
Theater of the mind. Yep.
Okay. So let's start making our way in, I guess.
Okay.
Just slowly trying to, keep looking around.
Okay. Would you, at the lead, like to make me a perception check? And then Sparrow, you made your stealth check. Oh, fuck. Yes.
Good. Sparrow did really well on our spells.
So you make
I'm sneaky.
so make me a perception check, and then Sparrow, what are you doing with your stealth check?
God damn it.
I've already started moving into the room. I'm going to... Where did she point out the trace of blood? Was it towards the middle of the room?
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to start going towards the middle of the room, towards that way. I'm going to move very carefully and keep all my senses on alert, consistently looking left, right, front, trying to make sure that I am aware of anything that might be coming at me.
Okay. Samael, you're not really
Noticing
here.
shit.
Yeah, you're a bit louder than you need to be. It's just, the way it is. You're moving around in heavy armor. You can't necessarily keep all the jingle jangles in place. However, you're keeping your shield up in front of your face. You have your sword drawn, ready to go. You're more focusing on keeping your guard up than your surroundings. Maybe to protect the people behind you. So as you guys start moving forward into the gloom, the light quickly tapers off into the area. It is a closed room. Estbern, you actually realize that it is fairly strange not to have light in a place like this. That the fact that it is completely engulfed in darkness.
Something's off. There should be lights on. You can't... the work we do is delicate. You can't... And he says this in kind of like a hushed whisper. The work we do is delicate. You can't... You need light to be able to see what you're doing. Something's wrong here.
And I say, yeah, the blood didn't, hint to that.
The lack of
no,
three
it
people.
was clearly the light. The blood's immaterial. People get cut all the time.
Let's move to the blood stain and see what we can figure out from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as I get to the blood stain, I'm going to start following the direction that it looks like it started going.
Okay. Would anybody like to actually investigate the blood itself, or do any type of investigation check? Actually, because you have a nice large open room.
Yeah, I want to look at the blood and see, is it enough blood that this person is necessarily dead? How old does the blood look?
Okay.
So investigation?
Yep.
Is it fresh or not?
And I'll do the same.
Again, everybody, if you have something in particular that you would like to roll to analyze your surroundings, by all means pitch it to me. These are your characters, okay? So if you think something is valid on how they view what's going on around them and how they're going to take a look into things, just let me know and I'll work with you.
She has a brief. The reason that she gets distracted with her investigation is because she has a brief flashback to seeing the blood coating her arrows from when she killed the kobolds.
Okay.
And so she kind of has a brief PTSD moment.
Okay. Would anybody like to use, I don't know, the inspiration that they have?
Yeah, I'm afraid to use it the way I'm rolling tonight because I'm gonna need it at some point.
Well, like I said, if you guys have good role playing, and if you feel each other should get inspiration for something that they've done.
Sarge, how are you doing inspiration?
No.
Basically, if you do cool shit and you stick with your character, I'll give you inspiration.
Is it? I've had people do. You get to roll a d10. I've had people say it gives you advantage.
Yeah, it gives you advantage on the check. That's in the book. It gives you advantage.
Yeah,
on
it
the
is.
check.
But there's other ways to do it. Okay.
Is there a? Well, no, we're standing on a solid surface.
Correct.
I'm going to pull out one of my candles from my burglar pack and light it.
Okay. You are going to break your stealth if you do that. Because you can be as sneaky as you want. People just got to follow the candle.
Fair point.
But we're sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm trying to figure out whether or not it's worth breaking my stealth.
Okay. Well, we're the rest of the group's in the middle of the room at the bloodstain by now, right?
Yeah, everybody's kind of has gathered around it.
Okay. So I tell one of the guards to light up a torch. I don't care which one.
Bartholomew.
Sure. Bartholomew, light up a torch.
God.
And
Fucking Bartholomew, oh my god.
let's see if we attract any attention, and also let's look around a little bit from where we're at. And is this towards, this is the middle of the room?
Right.
I've already started heading towards the back.
Can we see the far, yeah. Can we see the back?
If you light a torch, you would be able to, yes.
Okay.
I start following the bloodstain towards the back of the room since it kind of looks like it's going that direction, so I start following it.
Okay.
So when he lights up the torch, what do we see? Or when it attacks us?
Okay, so what you see is very much a... It's not gravity droplets. It's not like somebody cut themselves and then it was dripping. It looks like somebody got blasted in this moment. There's just like a spatter outward from a single point. And the marks themselves go off to the back of the room in almost like somebody's being drugged. If somebody lights a torch, you'll be able to see 3 or 4 other blood spots around the area. Those aren't so much the same way, like somebody got hit from the top and just kind of exploded downward. There's various types of droplets, slashes, punctures, things like that. There's small, spurts over the floor, all with the trails of blood leading toward the back.
Okay, well, when he lights the torch, we see all this, but we don't see anything moving or any bodies anywhere?
Nope. However, if everybody would like